is going on, everyone's? We here and we back with another episode of
Is My Point Valid? You are now tuned in to Is My Point Valid?
Yes, indeed. I am Brandon D.
And I am Camille A. Stocker.
And we in this thing with another episode for y'all. Yes, indeed. So what we gonna do? We gonna go ahead and start this thing off like y'all know we do. What is what you know good? So, what you know good, baby?
All right. Y'all, there's something in my throat.
We need to get that up out of there.
But
Got to get that up out of there.
so I have been, I don't know what.
Homeschooling.
Yeah, I've been homeschooling, but the book that I'm reading two things right now. The Spook That Sat by the Door by Sam Greenlee. Some of you might have heard of the movie, but it was a book before it was a movie. It's going pretty good. I've been focusing on something else, so I hadn't really finished it, but it's going well. I'm trying to see what his agenda is.
And what is it called now?
The Spook That Sat by the Door.
Huh.
I know what his agenda is, so I'm not going to give it away, but I'm trying to read it in the book form and be like, this is written well. Next up on What You Know Good, we read Black Beauty. This is by Anne Sewell. I think that's how you pronounce her last name. And I'm saying Sewell because, you know, the Cadillac.
Yeah. It's Sewell. I got a Sewell.
So this is a heartfelt classic. Black Beauty, a horse who goes on this journey of trying to find its way with owners and then ending back up with the person who he knew and who loved him.
Huh.
I always thought Black Beauty was a girl. It's a he. So interesting. Also how we do.
So boys can be beautiful too.
It was a beautiful horse.
Sure, right.
So we have a thing where after we read a book, if it is a common book that's been made into a movie, we watch the movie. So we watched two versions of the movie, a 1994 one on Amazon Prime, but we didn't watch it on Prime. We watched it on YouTube. And there's a 2020 version on Disney, and in that one, that was the best one. That was the better one. But Black Beauty is a girl in that one, and they
switched it up.
They switched it up. So that was a really good one. Next up on What You Know Good, I watched Kevin Garnett documentary, Anything Is Possible, on Showtime. One of the things that I did not know, I know who Kevin Garnett is. I watched him on the Celtics, all of that.
You didn't know about him on the Timberwolves?
I knew about him on the Timberwolves,
okay.
But he didn't win. He
ain't win nothing.
Yeah.
Do nothing.
So, what I didn't know was like, whoa, because I'm not sport person like that. I did not know he went to the league straight out of high school.
Yes,
and that
indeed.
He was the inspiration for Kobe to be like, I'm going to do that.
I'm going to be the next one.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
So that was like amazing because
they had this secret competition going on as well, too.
He was a dog. I know who KG is. Because
I'm a dog.
I know his nickname. I'm a dog. But,
yeah.
That
boy throw hands, too.
Yeah. He got hyped. The only thing that was killing me in the documentary, he had them tight jeans on. Like, sir, you are 7 feet tall.
Straight up.
Take them jeans. Put something baggy on. Man. But anyway, it was a really good documentary. It's on Showtime. Also, what have I been up to? I said I've been reading books. I have been studying and
Ho. You've been reading books.
Here we go. I have been studying and understanding the Bible more. So I've been taking my Bible and having my study Bible open every morning and reading.
Getting
and
a certain understanding.
And whoa, I didn't know that. So I've learned so much. I've started in Genesis. So I'm just making my way. My plan is to make my way through the whole Bible. I was like, in a year. You know what? Whenever I get to Revelation, then that's when I'm going to get to Revelation. But I want a clearer understanding of what those words mean, where it is. And I'm also taking looking on YouTube and finding pastors or teachers who are teaching the doctrine, not their personal
So
stories.
hold on. Explain to the people what you mean by the doctrine.
The Bible. They're basing whatever they say. They're showing fact because God said it from the Bible.
I just want to make sure we ain't talking over about a head right now.
Oh no, they're not talking about their self. They're talking about Jesus, God, and the Holy Spirit, right? The three, the Trinity. So, next up on What You Know Good, and my last thing, I'm gonna let it go. I have been building curriculum and activities for our new school year. So I have been working hard. I have majority of my work done. I just need to find their math curriculum that I'm really, really confident about for them. And then, just as Brandon doesn't know this, but I found a recipe book on Amazon that I'm going to purchase, and so that way when we do our bakes on Wednesday, we'll have them written down, and then we can always go back to it, and so that'll be like a Stalker Girls recipe book.
Yeah, y'all look out for that. The Stalker Girls got some amazing things coming up too, so y'all watch out.
So
be on the lookout.
So that's cool. So yeah, I built some curriculum, and just to share, we are going to be talking about the 1920s and the 1930s, which has, you know, the Dust Bowl, the Roaring 20s, the Jazz era, the Harlem Renaissance, the New Deal, new presidents, like. It's a lot.
It's a lot. We're
going to have fun with it. I've showed Brandon all my activities that I'm going to do. Would this be fun and all that? So I can't wait. I'm excited. Can you tell? All right. And that's all I have for What You Know Good.
Yes, indeed. So we're going to keep this thing on the chugging along. And y'all know how we do. We're going to go ahead and get into the topic for today. So what that going to be for them, baby?
Oh, an episode about everything.
Everything. So a little reference, I'm gonna touch on it a little bit. We recently joined TikTok, and our views are
you can't be talking about your views because that was me.
No, I'm talking about our mindsets, not our actual views.
Oh, got it.
But
see, look at that.
Yeah,
I was gonna take all the credit.
All the credit. You know what I'm saying? And I do all of this. But anyway, yeah, we've been getting a few numbers. But aside from that, people have had certain opinions about the things that we believe. So let's get into it.
Who had certain opinions
I'm
about
just saying random people.
Oh.
Yeah. But we're going to go ahead and get into the topic. And the topic is, once again.
Oh, an episode about everything.
Yeah.
So... recently we had some excitement. We are new on the TikTok journey. Not even a month. We kind of just a couple of weeks in, but we're on TikTok, and you know we get the conversation started. Mostly from a lot of the conversations that we have had on here. Is my point valid?
Yeah.
And some of the things that I've said or Brandon has said, it pisses some people off, and it's like. Y'all, if you knew the context, and then what gets me is like, if you knew the context of what we were talking about, then you wouldn't be so like
anal about it.
Ew. Like, ew. And then I'm not trying to mess up our viewership or anything like that, but it's like, do y'all read comments? Because y'all repeat what somebody else has said. And maybe it's just me, because if I see somebody said something that maybe I would have said, I might like what they, but it's like,
but and we ain't finna be on there going at everybody who has a disagreement with what we're saying, because we be on there all day arguing with folks.
Absolutely not. But
it's a bunch of miserable people on there. But anyway, go ahead.
But I also wanted to talk about recently there was some information saying that the app is recording everything that you're doing, everything, every move, every step you take. I don't want them to come for me like they did P. Diddy. Okay. What do we do? I know they're not the only app that is.
They're just open about it.
They're telling you. Because it hasn't Google taken information.
Everybody takes information from your profiles. I never
do that little thing when it says accept all cookies. Heck no, I don't want them cookies. I want real chocolate chip cookies.
At the highs.
I don't want to accept those cookies, so I always exit because I'm like, I don't know what it is that I would be accepting, because I'm not reading
the terms of agreement, the
So,
terms of service.
I'd rather exit out.
Yeah.
and
We accepting
accept
nothing.
them.
Nah, we ain't gonna no accepting. We ain't doing no accepting.
And I won't go to that website again. Like, I really think like that. Like, you want me to accept these cookies? Nah, I'm fine.
Man,
But-
they trying to get y'all cookies out here.
But all social media apps are taking your information.
Absolutely.
Your phone. What's that thing? Alexa.
She listening all the
She's
time.
listening all the
So
time.
peep this. At work, me and a coworker of mine were having a conversation. I forget what the conversation was about. But it was a very specific conversation. And we never searched for these things online. 2 days later, it came up on his phone. And he showed it to me like, say, bro, look. I'm like, I already know. It's listening. They listening.
I was looking for
Your camera watching you every time you're looking at your phone. So all them hours that you spend looking at your phone, your camera looking right back at you.
That's why.
How about that?
It's open right now. On my laptop, I have the little thing that
We
you
used to
can
put tape
close.
on there,
Yep.
but now they supply you with the
yep.
little thing, the little protector things to
Still
cover
might
it up.
be-
Yeah,
Still might be watching, but
they got ways around that.
I said to myself, I need to look for 4th grade math curriculum.
Huh?
What did I see when I was on something scrolling?
4th grade math
4th grade
curriculums.
math curriculum. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Oh my god!
Oh my goodness.
Oh my
and
God.
you
He's
can't
listening. Oh
you
my God.
can't say like this is scary because we know
We already know.
is going on. And so what do? Do we keep doing what we doing? Do we keep TikToking? Do we keep Instagramming? Do we keep Facebooking? Do we keep creating
I know
on YouTube?
one thing. It's some people out there who are a lot more richer than me that are on TikTok. So if they stealing somebody information, they gonna get they behinds first. How about that? It's a bunch of celebrities and
It
people
is a
with
bunch of
long bread who on there. So whatever they watching us for, if it more than likely is money motivated.
You think it's money? I think it's trying to see their audience and
So at the end of the day, when they're
it's
trying
money.
to exactly,
money.
they're trying to find out how to target you specifically,
Yeah.
which is money.
yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
there's people out there with plenty more money than I got.
Yeah. So
I'm not saying I'm not worried. Let me put that out there. It is a worry of mine, but at the same time, what are we gonna do?
I had another sign. What are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do?
I don't know. You can delete the stuff.
Yeah, then you're gonna be in a bubble. I mean, you don't have to have social media. Don't get me wrong on that either. You don't have to have it, but it is helpful.
I think it is helpful in the sense for me. I can speak for me.
Yeah.
Because I don't like strolling through people's stuff. I don't like
people's stuff popping up. When I first got TikTok and I saw them people popping up on my stuff, I'm like, oh, I ain't even following all these folks. Where these folks coming from?
I don't like all that. I don't like watching. I watch something on YouTube.
Yeah.
I don't like watching shorts. I do not like watching reels.
I don't like watching stuff that I'm not asking to watch.
And if I watch something, here's the thing. If I watch a reel or a TikTok, I want you to tell me something that has information that's going to help me, or you got to make me laugh. Like I have to and some of the things that I see
It's not
funny to me.
Not funny.
So I just be like, okay. So
But at the same time, some people may think the same thing about us, but
yeah, that's
all
what and that's
preference.
fair. And that's
and we're just
fair.
stating our preference.
That's my opinion. I
Yeah.
don't think half the stuff that I see, but and then also I'm not on there like that. If
Yeah.
I'm on Facebook, it's because I'm handling some business. And like point blank period. That's just how it is. I am trying to encourage a homeschool mom.
Yeah.
That's my goal.
Or a family.
Or a family. That's my goal.
Or a
That's
wife or a husband. We are in the encouraging business.
That's what I
So-
be trying to do. I be really trying to get to it and be like, how
The
can I
information,
help
the
somebody?
knowledge, the education, that's what we're into. So
How
yeah.
can I help somebody today without me making a fool of myself?
All
right.
We won't be doing that one.
So next up, still on social media because recently Brandon did a short about
That's
disciplining
me.
our children.
My children. I'm talking about
And
disciplining my kids.
The reviews were mixed. And here we go in the comment section again because it's like, what? Like,
Huh.
what?
Like people was talking about abuse. I was like, I don't know what
We're
you're talking
not
about.
talking
I didn't
about
abuse anyone.
Abuse.
One guy told me your kids ain't gonna call you when they get older, or they gonna stop calling you. First off, homeboy, whoever you was, my kids live with me, so they ain't got to worry about calling me. I'm right here. You feel me?
And I think so the verse that you talked about was from Proverbs 13:24.
Absolutely.
Spare the rod, spoil the child.
Huh.
That's the
premise
that's
of
the
the
premise,
verse,
right? I think when people hear that verse, they automatically think of abuse because of how they grew up and were beat, right?
Some people even go back to doggone slave times.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
that's not what we're talking about.
I said nothing about abuse.
That's not what we're talking about. We're talking
that's
about
perspective.
Disciplining. And then I was like, I had told the girls, I was like, oh, we about to get a whooping. But I was like, I don't mean a whooping. Like, I'm not gonna beat you. That's not what that is. It is. We're gonna
cause a little bit of pain is what we're gonna do.
And it's like a spanking. Like
a reminder. And
so
sometimes kids catch amnesia. They forget what it feels like to be disciplined. They forget that there are boundaries in the family or the household. So sometimes you got to reinforce those things.
And so I had Googled it to see, like, was I off? Was I wrong? I know I wasn't off. I know I wasn't wrong because it's in the Bible. So do you go against what?
Now, it may be off or wrong if those aren't your beliefs.
Yeah.
It may be off base for you. But we are speaking on behalf of our beliefs, how we operate in our household.
Yeah.
So anything that I say on any platform is how I'm living. I'm not telling you to live however you want. You can live, you can do whatever you want to do. I'm just telling you what we doing and how we rocking. So continue, baby.
Yeah, so one of the things is that they were saying about spare the rod, spoil the child, is the Lord uses discipline to reveal our sin to us. And I know a lot of people are scared of that word sin. Oh my gosh, she said sin.
You ain't say sin, did you?
I said sin.
We all sinners?
We're sinners.
Huh.
And so really when that verse means you need to discipline your child so that they will not grow up and be some stupid person, right?
So what they mean by the rod?
By the rod, some people believe in discipline, but not in physical discipline, such as spanking. However, the Bible is the final word on what is true. It is not mere opinion or theory. The word rod indicates a thin stick or switch that can be used to give a small amount of physical pain with no physical injury. A child should never be bruised, injured, or cut by physical correction. And the Bible also warns parents that do that go over, that you should never abuse the power and authority they have over children while they are young, because this provokes the child to righteous anger. And that's Ephesians 6:4 and Colossians 3:21. So he's backing it up.
Say, and this is law right here.
Physical discipline is always done in love. If it's not coming from a place of love, then don't put your hands on your child.
Yeah. And what you told me the other day, most people abuse their children because they have let things go for so long.
When you should have, and it was like the example that was given was when your child does something, you need to get on them immediately. Like T.I. say, expeditiously. We sometimes say, okay, they're just, and then they'll do something again. Yeah. And you say, okay. And so you're getting frustrated and you keep getting frustrated, but they keep doing it. And then by the time at the end of the day or whenever it is, you're so fed up.
You done gone off.
You're angry. And so you're relaying off of that anger.
And not principle.
And not out of that love when you should have said, hey, from the jump.
Straight up. Now you're over there talking to them in syllables and whipping their behinds at the same time.
Like, no, like it's not. So when we say that, we are not talking about abuse.
Maybe it was what I said at the end when I said I'm gonna whoop my kids' anus. But let me correct that. 9
You're
times
gonna
out of
correct their
10,
behavior.
I'm not even gonna whoop my kids.
That's true.
Because I got this certain look by myself that does something vicious to them, and they feel like they small, they this big. So I don't even have to. But push come to shove, if need be, we will make it happen for them. So that's what I meant by that whole video that I did. So a little bit of clarification for those who get things misconstrued and have their own understanding of life and other people's lives and what they doing with their kids. And matter of fact, one of them cats, he deleted his comment probably because I told him, you do what you want to with your life, homeboy, and I'm going to do what I want to with mine.
Yeah, so I think people need to just have that understanding and really understand and take the time to research. Because before I
ho.
Here you go
Ho. You talking about reading? Say man. Everybody ain't with that. Ain't with that.
Well, my opinion is everybody needs to get with that, because the more you read, the more you study, the more information you'll build, and then you'll know what is fake news and what is real.
Straight up.
Because a lot of the things that you read, like in a newspaper headline, that stuff is not real.
I'm gonna tell you this: people take a whole lot less time to write stuff that are fake. I mean, hold on. How I want to say that? How I want to say this? It take a whole lot longer to write something down in a book that's fake than it does to say it online that's fake. So 10 times out of 10, it's gonna be real if it's written in a book. Because like they say, if you want something that don't nobody want to find, if you don't want somebody to find something, put it in a book.
There's this book though, this man, he's from the Daily Wire, but he wrote a book and there's no words in it. And it was a bestseller. So that's why I'm kind of like,
hold on now, hold. You said he wrote a book.
He wrote
with no words.
There's nothing in the book.
What does it say?
It's blank
don't say
pages.
nothing. He sold books that had paper in them. He sold journals.
It's a book.
It's a book. Lord have mercy.
But
if that man can sell a false book, I can sell it too.
So, but then, and so that's why I'm saying people need to read, but also in books, there is some things that are not real. There's stuff that they put facts in just for propaganda. So you have to weed out what's real, what's not. And that's why
Absolutely.
I'm saying, pick up a book and read, but I don't like
use multiple resources is what I would say
to back up your facts.
Absolutely. So,
and then also be what's the word I'm looking for? If you can't, I can't even think of it, y'all, because I'm stumbling. If you see that you're
take
wrong,
your time, like they say in church. Take your time, sister. Take your time. Take your time.
If you see, dang, I forgot.
Let the Lord work on you, sister.
He's working on me, but maybe he don't want me to say this. Right. If you see something that you read and it was wrong and you said it out loud, like I'm one of them people, I'm gonna try and correct myself. Hey, this is not what it said. I read that wrong.
Shout out Creflo Dollar.
I wouldn't talk about that because they say that wasn't even real. But
moving right along.
Just take the time to come and say and make things right. And so that was what I was trying to get out. Just if you say something wrong and you look at it and be like, oh, I was wrong.
Accountability. Yes, indeed. So that was pretty much the episode about everything
that's been going on so far.
Straight up. Shout out to us and our TikTok. Follow us on TikTok, man. And then come on over here and follow us on YouTube. That's how we do. But anyway, we're going to keep this thing on a rolling. And before we get on up out of here, we got to hit them in the head one time for your mind with On This Day in Black History. So today is August 8th. So August 8th in, what year was this? 1863. The 8th of August is Central Tennessee's and Western Kentucky's Emancipation Day. Andrew Johnson freed his personal slaves on August 8th, 1863. A handful of towns celebrated like Hopkinsville, Kentucky, Russellville, Kentucky. I don't even know how to say that. Pataku, Patakai, Cuckoo,
don't do that to that.
Kentucky and Allensville, Kentucky. So shout out to what is it? Central Tennessee and
Central-
Western Kentucky
and
for
it-
their Emancipation Day.
So interesting because I'm like, not the whole, how we do for Texas, but nah, it's just little town.
Little bitty old town.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That these people ain't let them people go.
Show you right.
Let my people
Let my people go. All right. With that being said, we finna let y'all go. But thank you to everybody who continue to subscribe. We appreciate all the love from everybody who shows us love on all of our social media platforms. But make sure y'all check us out on Spotify. We are there. All our episodes are on there. You can check us out. Show us some love on there. Follow, like, subscribe, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook. We own all of them. So before we get up out of here, y'all continue to have a blessed day, a blessed week, and all of that stuff.
Here he go again.
I gotta take it. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get up out of here. So we'll see y'all next week. Peace, love, and soul like Soul Train.